Hey folks, coming at you with a quick disclaimer. This library haul was filmed probably 3-4 weeks ago before all of this happened and we were in lockdown and the libraries closed. I've been staying inside since then. I urge you to do the same. Do not go to your local library. They do not want you there. Not right now anyway. What you can do instead is download your library app. If you're in the US, you can download Overdrive or Libby. In Australia, you can download BorrowBox. If you're somewhere else, I'm sure there's an app for you. Give it a Google. These apps connect you to your local library where you can borrow either ebooks or audiobooks. I've really been loving downloading audiobooks and then listening to them while I take my dog for a walk while maintaining social distance with other people who are also walking. So yeah, now's a great time to get into some audiobooks, get some exercise while you're staying at home. Through both of these apps, you can just enter your library card details. You'll be connected right away, you can start borrowing right away. If you don't have a library card, you can easily sign up on either of these through the app and pretty much just start borrowing on the same day. So yeah, go do that, stay inside. Here's the video. Hello, my name is Lauren and today I'm here with a quick little library haul. Because why not? Wait, I didn't take a thumbnail. Perfect. Okay, I picked up too many library books again, but they were free, so it doesn't matter. The first big book that I picked up was really hyped up like last year, year before, ages ago, and I never got around to reading it even though I was kind of interested, and that is The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm really sorry. Basically, this is about witches and girls being like burnt at the stake. It's like a YA fantasy, spooky one. I'm really into spooky, I'm really into fantasy. That's really all I know about this, so. Next, I picked up This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee. I really love Frankenstein. It's my favorite book, and this is a Frankenstein retelling, so I'm keen on giving it a go. I've read some of Mackenzie Lee's other books. I've read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which I really enjoyed. And then I read the, what's the other one? The Princess's Something Guide to Piracy, Petticoats and Piracy. The Petticoats and Piracy one, I read that one too. Basically, I really like her writing style and I really like Frankenstein. I've heard some sort of mixed reviews on this, but maybe my love for the source material will make me enjoy it even more. On the other hand, if she butchers this tale, I'm gonna be so sad and angry and disappointed, and I'll probably rant about it. Next is one of my favorite authors that I probably haven't read a book from in maybe 10 years, and that is Roald Dahl and this collection of short stories. Matilda is another one of my favorite books, and I found this in the young adult section, which I thought was kind of weird, but I'm super excited to read some Roald Dahl. He has the most wonderful stories in the simplest of language. It's so well done. As someone who really enjoys reading screenplays, I can really appreciate a writing style that is crisp and straight to the point and efficient, but still so vivid. And that's what I really love about Roald Dahl's writing in general. Next up, another one I'm really excited to read, and that is Internment by Samira Ahmed. I have heard such good things about this book. Basically, it's about a 17-year-old girl who is trying to survive in an internment camp after the President of the United States has ruled that Muslims are a threat to America. Obviously, there is some commentary in here. This is supposed to be set in a sort of near future of the United States, which is really sad, but also at the same time really important. So I'm excited to give this one a go and to see this author's take on what is happening right now. Dude, I'm flying through these books. This is gonna be a really short video, which is like not at all what I'm used to. It's gonna be so nice to edit. Oh my god, I'm gonna have time to do things. I'm gonna have time to read. I'm gonna have time to have a bath. Maybe get my life together. I really need to catch up on my backlisted books. There are so many books out there that I feel some serious FOMO for, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like this. One booktube staple that I haven't read yet is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. So I gotta get to it. Multiple people have told me to read this book, multiple friends have recommended it. I need to get to it. It's gonna be fun, I hope. Basically, this follows, what is it about? This is my synopsis based on what I've heard of from this book. So there is a raven, and there are boys, and there is a group of friends, and they're struggling to go to this private school because there's so many difficulties when you go to a private school. And one of them is named Gansey, and then another one is really poor. And then another one can see into the future, and that is the main girl, and that is all I know. I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up. Basically, that's what I've got from watching reviews. Maybe it's different. So many questions, so little answers, but then I'll read it and then I'll know. Another super hyped up book that I need to get to, I'm scared to get to, but I need to get to, is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. So I know she's a little bit controversial, she's had her controversies, Cassandra Clare, but Chain of Gold just came out and I am actually low-key interested in it. I read the, what is that series called? Infernal Devices super quickly, like all within a week, and they were so fun and I really enjoyed them. Maybe one of the only love triangles that actually worked for me. I was like, I can see this happening, or I can see this happening. Either would be fine. Then what happened was this book came out. I'll show you. Damn. So I saw this cover when it came out and I was like, I want to read that series so I can justify owning this cover. I still haven't read this yet, obviously, because this is the third book, and this is the first book. I actually broke my book buying ban for this one. It was $2 at Kmart, and I was like, $2? That's nothing, right? So I broke my book buying ban in March. It was supposed to go for the entire year, but honestly, no regrets, because this is gorgeous. This is the reason why I started reading Cassandra Clare in the first place, because I saw this cover and I'm superficial as hell and it was so pretty. So, yep. So I'm starting that series with this one and I have no regrets. I'm gonna go through all of these pages and then probably 3 times this just to justify owning that cover. It's fine. Even though I was picking up stuff from the YA section of my library, I had to walk through the non-fiction section to get there. So I found this, Graphic Design, The New Basics by Ellen Lupton and Jennifer Cole Phillips. I only really know basics of graphic design and I'm interested to sort of know more now that I have a bit of free time and can build upon my skills. Hopefully there's some good information in this one and I learn a little bit. I need some water. When I saw this, I was so happy because this author was probably one of my favorite authors growing up. And I remember loving this series so much. And it all started with Airhead by Meg Cabot. So Meg Cabot wrote the Princess Diaries and maybe about 4,000 other books, I'd say. Basically, this one is about a girl who's just sort of like your everyday girl next door. And she swaps bodies with a movie star or supermodel, somebody along those lines. It's been so long since I've read this, but this is the first book. I was going through my shelves the other day of like my old books and I found the second and third books in this series and I was like, damn, I love those when I read them. Let's give them another read and obliterate all of my positive feelings towards it by having my critical adult brain going back over it. Hopefully that won't happen. But I am really excited to start doing this one again. It kind of reminds me of that show, like, I think it was Drop Dead Diva, where it was like a model and then like a plus size woman and they swapped swapped bodies through some sort of like medical procedure. I don't remember how it happens in this book, but I just remember having a really good time reading it and it was really fun. I don't know if it's going to stand up to today, especially since we've like had a lot of changes in the way that we talk about women's bodies now, or at least like we're trying not to fat shame people and comment on how they look as much, so we'll see. Those are all of the books that I got from the library. I'm really actually loving using my library more. It kind of forces me to read books before a certain time, so I have to give them back, you know? That's kind of how libraries work. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this haul. But yeah, thank you for watching. Read Meg Cabot, read Roald Dahl. Hopefully I like the Raven Boys. I will see you again next time.